Hi everyone, it's me, Hiolan, standing here in the ready room of our Skyscraper map that you can see looming there in the background. This is going to be the first of a series of tutorials about the command block structure that we have employed for the TowerHeist minigame we play on this map. And the reason why I'm doing this now is because the Minecraft developers Mojang issued a new version of the item data structure with the 1.20.5 update. We've tried to postpone updating to this newest version because it broke backwards compatibility, but it's generally not a good idea to remain too long on old versions. So we've recently upgraded our server, but of course, because of this, we have broken basically all of our command blocks that have anything to do with the custom items we use on our server. And I thought to myself, okay, why not make a tutorial video series about this while I update the command blocks that will give you a little bit of insight into the background or the mechanics we employed here. And maybe you can learn a trick or two for your own projects that you might have. So yeah, enjoy. This tutorial will be in three parts. The first part will be us reworking the return key function that I'm holding here in my hand. The second part will be about the MRP token and the redemption mechanisms. You're basically paying with MRP tokens to get items and services within the game. We have to rework that. And lastly, we are going to look at the core game mechanics itself. So basically, when you look at mission 1 for TowerHeist, there's a link in the description that gives you a brief overview, 45 seconds video, how the mission is to be played. And all these game items that we use for this, like keys and passwords and the empty disk, for example, all of that has to be reworked, of course, and I'm going to show you in this tutorial series how we're doing this. Alright everyone, let's start with the return key functionality that we're going to update now to the new coding. First of all, why are we using that? What's the return key functionality? We found ourselves times and time again after a match of Mr. President or TowerHeist that we were dispersed among the map in various places. Some of us ended up in a few kilometers away off the coast on the HMS Pomodori. Some of us ended up on floor 32 of the Skyscraper up there. And because we wanted to gather in the ready room again to start a new round, that took us a couple of minutes. And so we came up with this idea of implementing a functionality that would teleport everyone at the end of a game round back to the ready room. This is the return key, which we implemented here. So basically what we did, we designed a custom item like this lightning rod and a couple of command blocks that detect once you place that in slot 9 of your hotbar. That way it detects that you want to return to the ready room, and we're going to do exactly that. So return key functionality is divided in 3 steps. Step number 1 is that you are being issued a return key once you leave the ready room at the start of the new round. So we have these specific starting positions in the ready room down there, and whenever you teleport to one of them, you're being issued a return key together with 2 Mr. President tokens. We are going to update those 2 in the next episode of this tutorial. So that's step 1, issuance of the return key. Step 2, there's a couple of command blocks back in the Skyscraper, in the lobby to be more precise, and they detect once you place this return key in your slot of the hotbar. And step number 3 is upon arrival in the ready room, your return key is being deleted by another command block that is down here in the ready room. We're going to update all 3 sets of command blocks now to the new standard of the data structure that Minecraft has implemented with 1.25. All right, off we go. Alright, we've now updated the issuance of the return key in all the command blocks that are related to the starting positions that we chose at the start of every match. We are now going to continue with step 3 of the process, not step 2, but step 3. There is a command block right behind me in one of the hidden rooms of the ready room, and this is the command block that actually detects once you have placed the return key in slot 9 of your hotbar. We're going to update this now to the new command structure. So I'm in survival mode. I have to update to creative mode, and this is the old command that we're using, and I've prepared, of course, the new command. I'm going to implement this right now. Here's the ready room. Yeah, that's the command. It should be. And the way this works, if you look at it, this is there's a position command. It executes position once the player has exactly reached this position here. This is the position that you're being teleported to in step 2, which we're going to update in a minute. It detects once you reach this position by teleport, and if you are being detected there and the return key, this lightning rod with a very specific custom data tag, this return tag that we've implemented, once it detects that in slot 9, this is where you can see it, slot 8b, that is slot 9 because it's written in Java, and Java starts counting its indexes at 0. Once it detects you near there, within plus or minus 1 block, it will run an item replace, basically making you lose the return key. It will replace the return key in slot 9 with air, so you lose it. Not to worry about that, because you're always being reissued another return key upon leaving the ready room, so whenever you hit the next round. And it will become clear in a minute why we're doing exactly this, why you lose the return key upon arriving here. So let's now update step number 2 in the process, and for this we have to go over there into the lobby of the Skyscraper. I'm actually using one of these starting positions, and we can see now, well, let me quickly get rid of the return key that I have in my hand here. I'm losing that here. This is already updated, and it will issue a new return key. Yes, it has now successfully teleported me to the lobby of the Skyscraper, and it has issued a new return key for me. Now here in the Skyscraper lobby, precisely here, we have these 2 command blocks, and this is step 2 in the process. So step 1, issuance of the return key. Step 2, these commands here detect that I have the return key placed in slot 9 of my hotbar. I'm going to take it away now. It's currently not working, and we have to update these. Now, what do these do? So first one, we have a command block here that is an infinite repeat, no conditions, it's always active. And this one, here's the new command. Let me quickly copy and paste it. This one does the following. So this command here executes if it detects in my inventory that I have this lightning rod that I just use as a custom item, lightning rod in slot 9, my hotbar, with this custom data return 1. That's the tagging that I've implemented here, return 1. And once it detects you having done that, it runs a command that says for everyone on the server to read, this player has used the return key. Okay, that's the first command we're using. Second command right after that, that is chained conditional, so it's conditional on successful execution of the command block immediately before that. It's always active. That does the following, and I'm copy pasting it here with the updated command structure. That one goes ahead and says teleport the player who has in his inventory this return key in slot 9 to the following coordinates, and these coordinates are exactly within the ready room. And now if I hit this, we are in a position to understand why the third step, the last command block in the ready room is also necessary, the one that replaces my return key with air. Because if I execute this command here, well, by placing my return key here on slot 9, this command would make me being trapped in an infinite loop. I would be teleported to this very position every single game tick there is, and I would not be able to move out of this spot anymore, because once I put my return key here, I would be stuck there, couldn't move around. I would have to go into my inventory and relocate the return key from this slot. So the last step in this procedure, which we updated in the last segment, this is basically to just delete it. So we've now updated all the command blocks: issuance, detection, and getting rid of your return key. Let's see if we can actually make this work. I'm placing it in slot 9 now, and here we go. Just worked successfully. Here I'll use the return key. I'm placed back here in the ready room, and the last command, as I said, the third step, that has actually deleted it, and I'm being issued a new return key upon leaving the ready room. All right, yeah, that's it. That's the first part of our tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to place all the commands I'm discussing here that I've copy-pasted into the video description for you to follow along. And I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you like. And yeah, maybe you'll be around for the next parts of this series too. So, see you soon. Well, I think maybe a little bit of an explanation is in order why we are using custom items instead of the items that the game gives us. So the commands you are seeing here are not merely giving the player items that are regular to the game, but rather items that have custom taggings within them. And the reason for this is we are playing our mini games on a survival multiplayer server, and we want to avoid that the items given for the game can be used anywhere else on the server. So basically what we're seeing here is you have all these smithing templates that we haven't even discovered in all of them in the survival side of our server. So we want to prevent people from just going to the MRP ready room and get whatever they want. For example, here we have some commands that will issue an entire set of netherite armor. We want to prevent people from just going in here, grabbing a netherite armor set and then frolicking around on our survival server. And we achieve this by employing taggings in the custom items that we have here. So each item that you're given in the TowerHeist or MRP games is equipped with a tag that I can identify it by. So that means whenever I have reason to believe that someone is misappropriating an item here from the MRP ready rooms, which have to be returned after gameplay if you want to return to the survival side of the server. Whenever I have reason to believe that, I can issue a command server-wide to delete all player inventories if they have items with this particular tagging. This is basically the reason why we use these taggings. Another reason is, of course, that you are, on the other hand, not able to use items that you have from the survival server in the MRP minigames, for example, tokens that we use for buying equipment or services. So this, in a nutshell, is why we're doing it a bit more complicated.